Hey guys, what's up? So it appears it's just me tonight. I know Liz is working an event with another network marketing distributor, so she is tied up. Tanya, I didn't check in with, and the rest of you out there, if you are looking to join this meeting, you want to catch me live, and this is not a good time, let me know. In the meantime, I'm going to continue to show up and just provide some information. Let me know the kind of information that is going to help you do whatever it is you want to do with this business. I want to make sure that I'm sharing some current up-to-date news and notes, but I want to be addressing the issues that you're having, the questions that you're having. So please just give me some feedback. Let me know where you're at. I'm going to be pretty brief tonight. There were a couple things I wanted to clarify and point out for you for this month. And then I wanted to share a little bit of training information on how I do some of my inviting. So the first bit of information, so there was a national wake-up call. Make sure if you are looking to work this business that you are listening to that national wake-up call. Make that a non-negotiable. It is every Monday morning, but you can listen to the replay anytime throughout the week. I'm going to not lie. I have almost never listened on a Monday. I maybe caught it live one time ever. I tend to listen to it on Tuesday on my podcast. I used to do it when I was driving, when I had a long drive on Tuesdays, but now as soon as my workout's done, I pop it in and I listen to that first thing Tuesday morning to kind of get my brain going. There's some information that's shared. There's some updates that are shared. And then there's just really good, solid content. And this one in particular, I'm excited to listen to. There was also a surge today. Carl, who's the CEO of our company, Carl Deichler, he calls it a live surge. And basically it was just a whole bunch of information that he put out. I did not catch that live, so I'm going to go back and catch up with that. But he was specifically talking about and focusing on double time. And that's the new family-oriented, partner-oriented workout that just came out with Tony Horton. Also on that surge call was Lindsay Matway, who is a 4-time superstar coach. Now, for those of you, I'm going to try to break that down for you. That means that she wasn't just a diamond, she was a 15-star diamond, okay? But 4 different times. So she hit 15-star diamond and she opened another business and hit it again and opened another business and hit it again. So where you guys are at right now, your brain can't even comprehend what that means. My brain doesn't comprehend what it means, but I at least know what it looks like. And it's insane. She's done that 4 times. So she's on there specifically sharing some information on how, I believe she's going to be talking about how she's promoting double time. So you want to go back and listen to that. And that you can find on the Beachbody Coach 411 page. And I'm going to share it in here as well. Okay. So the other thing that I wanted to share and clear up, because I wasn't sure the last time I was on here, this month was the release of Double Time. Now they're offering a special challenge pack for Double Time, and you can get the all access. So we know about the annual all access challenge pack. You can get an annual all access Double Time challenge pack. Okay. So there's a difference in that. The regular annual all access challenge pack gets you a full year of streaming to everything that Beachbody has. So you get the on demand. You also get your first month of Shakeology, and you get the Portion Fix containers with the Portion Fix nutrition guide, okay? That's our normal plan. Now, with Double Time, if you designate it specifically as the Double Time All Access Challenge Pack, instead of the Portion Fix containers, you're going to get the ball that comes with Double Time, and then you're going to get the hard copy of the Double Time materials and 2 shaker cups, okay? So that is basically the same. You're still going to get your full month of Shakeology. You're still going to get your full year of streaming, but instead of the containers and the Portion Fix plan, you're going to get the ball, shaker bottles, and the Double Time plan. And the other cool part, because they're promoting the family aspect of it and they're trying to get families moving together, you can, instead of Shakeology, you can opt to get Daily Sunshine in there. Okay, so why is this important to know that there's a distinction? You want to know the distinction because it may make sense for your people to be getting the Double Time one. But as far as your business goes, this month they're doing a special promotional deal where as a coach, you can get 3 Success Club points versus the normal 2. Okay? So you want to know that because you can hit Success Club by helping 2 people this month as opposed to the normal 3 people. Okay? So you want to keep that in mind. if you have somebody that's already has the portion fixed containers, maybe they bought it when it was a DVD back in the day, and now they're ready to upgrade to the All Access Challenge Pack, you may want to have a conversation with them about making it a double time All Access Challenge Pack, because they probably don't need another set of containers. And then this way they get the ball, they get some more shaker cups, they get something different. And then on top of it, you're going to get the points. Okay. So hopefully that makes sense. What I wanted to talk to you really briefly about, and I mention this a lot. So if you follow any of these videos, if you talk to me one-on-one, I tell you about the importance of inviting. It's one of our 4 vital behaviors. We need to do it. We need to do it every day. We need to be inviting to something. We need to be inviting to a conversation with us. We need to be inviting to check out a program or a product. We need to be inviting somebody to check out Shakeology. We need to be inviting to, our like page or our community page or a challenge group. We just need to constantly be inviting. On the flip side, when we're inviting, we need to be following up. Okay. Again, all of this is part of the behaviors that you need to do in order to be a successful coach. Now, every couple months or so, I do something a little bit different. And I wanted to share what I do with you guys, because as you're trying to figure out, like, how do I do this inviting? What am I doing? This may be a help, and it may be a good way to kick off November for you. And then you may want to just use it again in December. Who knows? But see if it fits. You can find a ton of information from a ton of different coaches on how to approach inviting, different tips and tricks, but basically it boils down to figuring out what works best for you and the people you talk to. How I have a conversation is going to be very different than how you have a conversation. So whatever you hear somebody share, you're going to have to always tweak it to be you, so that it's you talking and you being genuine and real. And it's just got to kind of fit what works best for you. So I find for me, I do this method I'm going to share maybe every 3-4 months or so. So I'm going to share my screen. My internet is super slow, so hopefully we'll be able to see what's going on. All right. So this is my like page. So every couple months, what I do, I always have a challenge group. That's first and foremost. You always need to have a challenge group scheduled so that you have something to invite somebody to. I have shifted my challenge groups now officially start the second Monday of the month, unless there's something like a product program launch and Beachbody is starting a bigger challenge group on a different day. Otherwise, I've been sticking to, for about the last 6 months, I've been doing it this way. And for me, it's working better. Again, find what works for you. I used to make mine the first Monday of the month. But this way, I know what I'm inviting people to, and I know when I'm inviting them to it. So what I did this time, I set up an event invite. And I just went to the events page. You guys probably all seen how to do an event invite. And my computer is going to be super slow and not cooperative. Well, let's try this again. Okay, so while that's happening, basically what I do is I set up an event and I set up the basic information. Hey, this is what I'm doing. This is the date I'm doing it. And I lay out a whole bunch of the information. And then I go through and I invite a ton of people. Now, do not go and invite your entire friends list. That's just going to be spamming people. It's not going to be cool. The other thing that you need to understand, when I do this event invite, I am in no way, shape, or form expecting people to actually respond to it. I don't think that anybody's going to say, oh, yes, I'm going to buy a challenge pack right now. Okay, but I do want to show you what mine looks like, as it's going to be slow. The main reason I do an event invite is because it is an easy excuse to invite somebody and have a conversation in a follow-up fashion. And I'm going to share some of the conversations I've had today. But basically what happens is I send out the event. I let it sit for maybe 2-3 days. I sent out about 30 invitations on Thursday. I followed up with another 30 on Friday. And then today, tomorrow, and the next day, I'm going to do, between 20 and 30 follow-ups until I follow up with everybody and have hopefully conversations with everybody. Okay, so basically what I do in this invite, I am inviting people that I've had a conversation with, or I have been maybe not having conversations with, but I've been commenting or liking some of the things on their Facebook page. Seeing something from me pop up is not going to be totally foreign. Now, you need to think about and understand, how do you react when you get an event invite? Typically, we ignore them, right? We don't pay any attention to them. We either hide it, ignore it, say we're not going, or whatnot. So you need to be aware of that. Again, I'm not expecting people to see this event and say, yes, I'm going to go do that. But what happens is a couple days after I post it, I will then send an email. And I will make sure that I am chatty in the email. Hey, how's it going? And then in many of mine, I said, I don't know if you are at all interested. So I sent it just in case. But I wanted you to know I invited you to this virtual fitness nutrition group I'm going to be running. And then I may ask, did you get a chance to look at the invitation? Or I might, I might ask something else, ask a question. Or I might say, is this something that you would be interested in? I'm happy to resend the invitation to you. This way I can copy and paste the link. But seriously, guys, it's simple as, where is it? So I set it up and I have the details. Now this I took from a page that I already had. But basically, I share, like, I've been there. I know what it was like. These were some of the pain points for me. I'm here. I want to help you. This is what I want to do. And then I always say, this is what you can expect by joining me. And you can just do the bottom portion. You can just say, hey, this is what you're going to get. We're going to do this thing for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, however long you're going to do it. But by joining me in this, you're going to get an eating guide. You're going to get daily workouts. You're going to get support. You're going to get, I mentioned Shakeology. I mentioned the app. I mentioned a bunch of stuff they're going to get. I'm throwing in a whole lot of value. But guess what? I didn't put a link, and I didn't give anything about cost or any of that, because I'm just looking to generate interest and a conversation. My conversations that I actually had today were people where, I said, I actually had a couple people say they were interested. So I follow up, hey, you were interested. Did you get a chance to actually look at the invite? And I'll ask, what about it interested you? What are you looking to do? What are some of your goals? We want to ask questions so we can peel back the onion and we can figure out if this is something that's going to make sense, if this is a good fit. Guys, it's November. You're going to continue to hear over and over again that people want to wait till after the holidays. Our job is just to continue to give people information and continue to invite them, not to convince them that they need to start this minute, right? It would be awesome. But by doing this, you've now put the seed in their head. You've now exposed what you do to them. Now you need to remain consistent on Facebook, sharing what you're doing, showing that you're working out, showing that you're staying disciplined, showing that you're focused, showing that you can make it through the holidays and not totally crash out. And I'm not saying you have to stay 100%, but share what you're doing. Maybe you totally bombed out on Thanksgiving, but you were really good leading up to, and you have a really good plan following, right? Share what you're doing. These people that you're talking to now, you're going to be on their radar and they're going to be paying attention. They're not necessarily going to join you right this minute. I know that the 60 people I invited, if 2 of them joined me, that would be awesome. And I'm telling you right now, the 2 that are going to join me are people that I've already invited like 10 different times, and finally they're going to go for it. It's not going to be from their first exposure. And I want you guys to pay attention and understand that. This is why the follow-up is so important. Also in my follow-ups, I'm asking questions like, if the timing's not good, and I let them know, don't worry, this is what I do. I'm not going anywhere. I do these every month or every other month, right? Whatever it may be. Say I do this, I will continue to keep you in mind. I will continue to let you know when I have a group coming. And then I write it down, guys. It's important to pay attention and keep track of who you're talking to. Next month comes around, maybe I don't do an event invite like this, but I'll shoot a message and say, hey, I did the group last month, went awesome. I had such a great time. I would love for you to join me this month. We're going to be starting on the 13th. Do you think this might be a better time? What questions, do you have for me? Or, what goals do you have? Again, continue to ask questions and continue to have dialogue. I kind of hope that makes a little bit of sense. So again, what I do is I set up a basic event invite. I, give it a name. And then I let people know, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is what it looks like. And I invited, like I said, I think I invited a lot. Where is it? Not going to show me. Oh, see all. So of course you can, anyway, there's a lot of people I invited on this, right? Simple. And then, but don't invite more people than you're willing to follow up with. Every single person I invited, I will follow up with. And that's the important part. I'm going to show you real quick one other thing. Not that. So there's 61. So I don't know if somebody, I think I had 62 on there. So somebody probably declined, and I'll need to go back and double check. But let's see real quick. I literally just created a simple spreadsheet. Okay. And this was, and all I did was their names and notes and a date follow up. And I printed this out. Okay. And so today I just started 11/6, and I didn't fill it in on the computer, but I have that to now go back to. I have that now to keep track of who I'm talking to, who's interested, who's not ready now, and why they're not ready now. You know, are they not ready now because they're pregnant and they're due in 3 months? Okay, that's something that you want to write down so that you can follow up with them next month and say, hey, how's it going? How are you feeling? If you've had a baby before, you can have a conversation. Just stay on the radar. You're not like, hey, when the baby comes out, let's do a workout, but you can follow up and have conversations that are meaningful to them. Then after the baby's born, hey, how you doing? How you feeling? What's it like? No, you're not going to get them right on a program. But then maybe 4 months later, hey, are you starting to think about moving again? And you just let them know what you have. But write that information down. Are they not joining you right now because they're going to be on vacation when your group starts? Write that crap down, because then you go back, you look at your list and you say, oh, this person couldn't do it because she was on vacation. And message them. How was vacation? Did you have a great time? What was your favorite part? If they went somewhere that you've been, you can have a conversation about that. Or, hey, I've never been there. If I go, what's the one place you recommend I eat? Or have conversations, and don't mention the group. They already told you they couldn't do it this month, but then next month you hit them up and you have a conversation. Somebody maybe couldn't do it because, like I was out of town recently for a death in my family. You write down if that's not the right time. If it's money, write down. Yup. And validate that. Hey, I hear what you're saying. Holiday time is rough, and then you might let them know, hey, I totally can understand and appreciate that, the stress of the holidays, the money. But let me tell you, when I finally invested in myself, it made everything else easier. And they'll probably say, yep, I got you, whatever. I'm still not doing it right now. And that's fine. But then later on, maybe you do a clean week group and you can message them and say, hey, look, I know that this was kind of tough. You were interested, but money was an issue. I have this other option. It's this clean week where it's a week long, but you get to do a whole week's worth of workouts. You get to check out the shake. It's only $30. And they may say, yeah, you know what? Let me give that a try. Or you can say, look, I know you were really interested. Money was an issue. My group is 3 weeks, but did you want to maybe just do a sneak peek in my group? Why don't you do like 2 weeks worth? You can do a free trial for 2 weeks, see if you like it, and then you can just cancel. And then when you are ready, you know what it's like. But you need to ask the questions and peel back the layers so you can keep having conversations. Now, why are we saying that you want to be inviting 2 to 5 people every day? Guys, if you want to be hitting Success Club, which if you're looking to build a business, it needs to be a non-negotiable. You need to be getting 3 people, brand new people every month rolling. You need to be talking to 60 people minimally, new people, follow-up people, because look at how many times did it take many of you to decide to finally do this thing? Or, how long were you following your coach and what they were doing online before you were like, hey, dude, I want to try that, right? Think about those things. So this is not the way you have to do it. Like, you got to figure out what works best for you, but this may be a great way for you to get started and just go through. The reason I did this was I was just struggling. I felt like I just kept hitting up and talking to the same people. My list was looking kind of stale, and I'm like, you know what? It's easy for me to just send this invite out to people that I was having a hard time striking up conversations with. And now I'm going back and I'm like having the conversation. And I'm like, look, I don't know if this is for you. You look like, you can tell by a lot of people's Facebook, I have a bunch of people that look like they're in great shape. They look like they're doing amazing since the last time I saw them. And I said, you look like you're taking great care of yourself. I don't know if this is something that would interest you, if you want to mix up what you're doing or supplement some of what you're doing, whatever that is. But I didn't want to not invite you. Is this something that you might be interested in at all? Or what is it that you're currently doing? And again, have conversations. That's how you generate interest. That's how you're going to turn people over. Guys, it takes time to build momentum. Just because you invite 100 people this month does not mean you're going to sell a single challenge pack. But if you invite 100 people this month and you follow up with those 100 people and then you invite them next month, you're going to eventually generate some momentum and those people are going to turn around. And then you invite new people and then you've got to keep inviting new people and replace the ones that fall off your list because they either totally refuse or they finally purchased. Anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. I hope you guys watch this. I hope this was useful. And I really hope that you guys see the potential and the opportunity that you have in front of you. I know that Beachbody programs and products have changed your life in some way. You wouldn't have signed up to do this if it didn't. And yes, many of you would love to earn some money to at least pay for Shakeology or to pay for some other stuff, or shoot, maybe you want to retire and you want this to be your retirement. But it starts with the inviting and it starts with helping a whole lot of people. And the more people you help be successful, the more income that's going to generate for you. But you're not going to help anybody if you're not inviting them. So start to reach out. Let me know how I can help you figure it out. If you get stuck in a conversation, share that, screen shoot it my way, and let's see where maybe you're getting stuck. Guys, I get stuck all the time. I do a lot of wrong things, and it's okay. Sometimes you're going to say all the wrong things, but it's the right person and they're going to purchase anyway. Or then you're going to say all the right things, but it's just the wrong person. But you just have to keep doing it and pick yourself up. And that's where the personal development comes in. And that's going to be a whole other conversation. So let me know what information you want, what more I can do to support you and help you in this. And guys, let's get rolling. Let's just start helping a ton of people close this year right and get the right mindset going into the new year. I can't wait to see where you guys take this opportunity and what we as a team can do together. So you guys have a fantastic night, and I'll see you next week.